John Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs. We offer custom laser engraving services for a variety of products, including promotional items and corporate or personal gifts. With state-of-the-art equipment and a team of skilled designers, we can engrave intricate designs on virtually any material. Whether it's a special message, a company logo, or a custom design, Romika Laser Engraving will help you make your mark. And the best part, our prices are affordable and our turnaround time is quick.
I couldn't be happier with the work Romika Laser Engraving did for me. The engraving on my product was precise and exactly what I wanted.
So don't wait any longer to add a personal touch to your products. Call Romika Laser Engraving and Custom Designs today at 817-400-4040 or visit our website at romikadesigns.com. We look forward to helping you make your mark.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820. Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep at night because you have a huge problem with the IRS, I've got some free advice for you. This service is strictly limited to individuals that owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes. And if you qualify, we can guarantee that you won't be writing a big fat check to the IRS, or our services cost you nothing. The first 100 people that call today will get a free tax consultation worth $500. Stop worrying about your IRS problem. We can help you, we promise. Call the tax doctor right now. I mean right now to learn more. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. 800-240-4587. That's 800-240-4587.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
Hello, Jobfather Nation. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are excited. We have an exciting Recruiters Talk Show today. And don't forget, we are part of NTX Radio, a radio and podcast collective proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on TuneIn Radio. You can listen on the NTX Radio app, on Android, Apple CarPlay, or just ask Alexa to play NTX Radio. You can check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. We thank our valued partners for helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. Let's bow our head for a quick word of prayer before we hop into our exciting show today. Father God, we're just so excited to be here. We just pray, Lord God, that you would use us to bless and help job seekers and job transitioners. I pray that you would open amazing doors of opportunity for each of them. I pray they would focus on you and cling to you during this time and allow them to build amazing fruit as they're waiting for the right door to open. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hey,
Yeah,
Pastor.
what Dana said, y'all.
You are so funny. Oh my gosh.
Joel Fry, my main buddy, is
Hey,
out there.
Joelle.
Hey, Joel. Starting off with Joel, that'll work.
That's a good way to start the day.
So, welcome everybody. This is the Jobfather Job Seeker Network
Yeah,
Radio, and
yeah.
guess who gets to be the Job Father?
Let me guess.
Yeah, exactly. So, I guess Dana, I need to start us off with a dad joke.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be
And then,
laughing. If I
yeah,
put a smile on everybody's face, they might stay here with us and listen to the rest.
let's do it.
Okay, so check this out, you guys. So what do you get if your microscope crashes into your telescope? What do you get?
No scope. Lack of scope.
Joel, you're gonna have to judge me on this one. A kaleidoscope. You So
I
okay,
shared
Got
that
you.
so Lisa shared that one with me. So if y'all don't like that joke, y'all got to fuss at Lisa. Don't fuss at me.
That is funny. That's actually that was a good one. I was like,
That's a
come
good
on,
one. I
Dana.
like that.
I don't know why I couldn't spit out kaleidoscope. It's like, come on.
Well, that's what dad jokes are for. They're to throw you off guard.
Yeah, but I've gotten a couple of them.
Yeah,
I'm
you have
trying.
gotten a
I'm
couple of them along the way. Yeah.
trying.
Oh my goodness. Y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. So Dana mentioned it. Dana and I want to talk more. This will be part 2, and we may
Yes,
even have part
we're
3 and
so
4 later on.
excited.
But part 2 of what in the world does a recruiter's world look like at the
Yeah.
job? You know what? I think you guys will do good if you know what we have to go through to be recruiters. So Joel is on the line, and Joel is a hiring manager, and I'm going to use you, Joel, in my examples that I put out there. So guys, here's the deal.
Okay.
We recruiters keep our jobs, and we try to build relationships with hiring managers like Joel. But the only way we're going to do that
Yeah.
is if we send them exactly the resumes. We represent ourselves by resumes of people that have a show on their resume the experience that Joel is looking for, the hiring manager is looking for. Now,
Mhm.
if I send if I send candidates to Joel and they're not a match for that, Joel, she might not like Foster so much. She might tell everybody, I don't know about this Foster guy. We need to fire Foster. We need to get him out of here. He's wasting my time.
Oh
Joel,
my
you
God.
wouldn't say that about me, would you? So Jim Williams is with us. That is my brother from another mother right there. We got the same last name. Nikki Duncan. Nikki, did you get my email last night or my message on LinkedIn to you last night? Anyway, so guys, I love it when you guys are in the chat over there because I want you guys to ask questions, especially. I know you companies might have questions today. Lisa Berg, HR extraordinaire, is going to be our guest, and we're going to be talking about this thing. But Lisa, let me tell you guys real quick about Lisa. But the whole second part of the show, we're going to talk about Lisa. But real quick, in my estimation, Lisa is a tremendous HR business partner. So a business partner goes amongst outruns the traps. Y'all know I'm rural in nature.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that need to happen when you're trying to hire people or other HR policies need to be enforced, sometimes enforced, and other things that need to be monitored. HR business partners do that. They run in between what's going on in the hiring managers and in the CHRO and everybody else that's involved trying to get things done.
Yep.
And you know what? That's going to be Lisa. But you guys recognize Lisa. I know you do because she was on the show before.
Well,
Now,
welcome back, Lisa.
yeah,
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
we were talking about transition masters. Lisa is a coach, probably our best coach. I hope the other coaches aren't listening to this.
I won't tell.
Probably our best coach at Transition Masters. I want you guys to check out transitionmasters.org.
Yeah.
Check that website out.
Yep.
It will explain itself, explanatory.
Yeah. Well, Foster, Transition Masters is just fabulous. I have noticed that personally when I was in between jobs, even being in the background of recruiting and interviewing and all of that, I still learned some great things from this group of individuals that host once a week meetings, and you get true feedback on interviews, resumes, everything. And it's a free service and everybody could stand to use it. It's amazing. So I want to encourage everybody that if you're in the career transition, please check out Transition Masters. They are awesome. And just wanted to pop in and just say, Foster, I know our focus for today is really to talk about kind of what it looks like behind the scenes, part 2 for recruitment, how to work with your recruiter. And Lisa will be jumping in and helping us as well. But there's a number of different aspects to understand. And the big thing that we hit on last week, and we'll reiterate this week to get started, is you want to position yourself if you're going to apply to a job to get the most success out of it. Just like if you have a test to study for, you want to prepare for the test. Right. If you're going to apply to the job, you want to prepare and you want to apply with your best foot forward. What does that mean? It means you've looked at your resume and cover letter. You have made sure that both your resume and cover letter make it very clear why you're qualified for that job. And how do you know if you're qualified for that job? Look at the skill requirements and look at the scope of the job and make sure that your resume reflects that.
That's right.
And then the second thing is, don't spray and pray. You are better off being a little more selective on what you apply to, and don't forget to utilize your network. There's lots of ways you can do that. We share all the time job networking groups all throughout the Metroplex that Foster himself, the Jobfather, sponsors. And you can go to searchforyou.org and donate to Foster and the organization to be able to continue to support and help people in the career and job transition. And he announces on a regular basis all the different parts of the Metroplex where there's meetup groups that recruiters come to, that CEOs and different executives come to look for top talent. You want to stay out there. You want to network. That's the first thing. You want to make sure that you're aligned with the positions you're applying to. Avoid spraying and praying. And today,
what do you mean by that? What are you talking about? Spray and pray. What's that?
Yeah, thank you. That is just applying to anything and everything and hoping something comes together. That's not a very strategic way to go. If you apply to a bunch of jobs, even if you are qualified, the recruiters can see that through their ATS, and it almost is annoying and frustrates them. Don't allow yourself to get passed on for something like that. And then what's really good is to use your network, both on LinkedIn, both in public, strategize your applications, make sure that your resume and cover letter matches. And then the big thing Foster and I and Lisa are wanting to talk about today is how to work with the recruiter, how to understand what they're doing and how to get the most out of that relationship. Because almost every organization, depending on size, has an internal recruitment team, or they use a third party, a company that does recruiting for them, which is we call agency or vendor. It's a third party. So either way, that recruiter, like Foster just said, has to build trust and rapport with the hiring leaders. And that means sending qualified candidates. So Foster, share a little bit about this. If you're not updating your resume, you're not showing that you're qualified for that role, what can happen?
Sharon Luckett. I'm sorry, Sharon. You're married now. Sharon Adams, guys, is with us. Sharon
Mhm.
is a principal at Thomas Edwards Group. They are easily the number one relationship that we have in
Yeah,
the network. And I know you guys, if you haven't been to thomasedwards.com, check it out. And to piggyback off of what you just said, Dana, even searchforyouinc.com is being revamped. So we are, I think Search for You needs a facelift, honestly. That's my website. That's one that I created to support the network. And so we are going to look flashy probably in a couple of months, and however long it takes our IT guys to fix that. And then the number of jobs will be starting to pop back up again.
it
We've been
is.
a little bit slow, but there's still jobs that are posted on searchforyouinc.com.
Yep.
So uh,
But
go
yeah.
ahead, Dana.
We'll share with the team or the group what happens when you're working with a recruiter
Yep.
and you submit your resume and cover letter, you didn't align for the job, and then you try to push to get seen. Talk a little bit about that, Foster.
Guys, now you guys know how I am. I'm all relationship. And I've got a question for Lisa when I get through telling you guys this about the cover letter and things
Okay.
like that. So, guys, here's the deal. Foster, and you got two kinds of recruiters. You got the company recruiters, and you've got third party recruiters. And even a lot of the third party recruiters are the ones that
Yep.
have the relationship with the hiring manager. So we go down, there's a job. Okay, Foster, Dana, Lisa, whoever is responsible, we're going to go down there and we're going to have a meeting with that hiring manager. We want to know. Now, our hiring manager today's name is Joel Fry.
Joel.
So
Yep.
I'm going to go down to Joel's office. I'm going to say, hey, Joel, I've got this write up, this rec of a job that you want to fill for. Joel, tell me what you want to hire. I want to get down to the nitty gritty. What do you want, Joel? So basically, what I'm asking Joel is, I've got the tangible. It's on paper right
Okay.
here, or
Okay.
I'm showing my age. It's on my computer.
Well, I mean, someone might have printed it out. Some people actually like
Yeah,
having it in front of them to take notes. So
yeah. Now that's a good idea.
yeah, I am
But I
serious.
want to
I
know from
see that.
Joel. I'm Joel. Tell me these intangibles. What type of person? What kind
Yeah.
of personality do you want to see? Da, 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 da. And as I build a relationship with Joel, I'm going to get to know her. As I work with her, I'm going to get to know her, and I will automatically know in my brain from working with Joel over a period of time
Yeah.
what it is that she prefers on a personal type of, we take all of these assessments and all that stuff. What
Mhm.
what kind of person does Joel want to hire? Yeah, we've got
There
a
you
piece of
go.
paper. I'm going to talk to Joel about this piece of paper, about this resume, because it's showing me a lot of what we are looking for, at least on the tangible side of things, because I've got a job rec.
Right.
So, and in walks Lisa in the middle of all of this.
Yeah. Hey, Lisa.
Hi.
And Lisa says, "Hey, where are we on this wreck? We got to move on this thing.
Yeah.
We got to get this person in the door."
Yeah.
So Lisa's involved as well from the HR
Mhm.
standpoint, and she's going to make sure we're not asking questions and doing things that we probably shouldn't be doing, that shines a
Of
bad
course.
light on the company and all that stuff. So I know everybody is always asking questions about resumes, but me and Dana and other leaders in the job search get asked, Foster, do I write a cover letter or no? What do you think about that, Lisa? What's your opinion about that? Lisa's real good about explaining things. I just kind of ramble on all over the place.
You give me way too much credit, Foster. However, thank you very much for having me. I'm looking forward to sharing my insight on cover letters. And what I believe is cover letters are important, especially now that everything's been happening with the government and things have been
Uh,
shutting
Oh,
down. I need
yep.
to know what transferable skill sets you have to the civilian
Yep.
area and the non-government area. And I can't there's a different vernacular in the government area as opposed to the non-government sector. So it's important to have that cover letter to show specific accomplishments that can be transferable to the next sector. I
Yep.
think
Yep.
that's one thing that's very important. Another thing
I
that's
do
very
too.
important is if you're going to be an executive, cover letters all the time.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Yes,
you're
yes,
not gonna get
yes.
past me if you don't have a cover letter.
That's right, for sure. I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
The cover letter, okay. The way I like to look at it, your resume, it really, in a formal, formatted way, showcases your experience, your direct skill sets, and the things that your background, your education or certifications. It's that your cover letter really gets to talk about you a little bit. Who are you? Why do you feel you're qualified for this job? It's like your little bragging rights, or your ability to
Right. Yeah.
verbally share why you're applying. And it is very helpful. And I'll be honest, as a recruiter, when I'm recruiting and I get a really good cover letter, I like it because it takes out some of the guesswork. It guides some of my conversation. I can do
Yeah.
what I need to do a little bit
That's got a
faster.
conversation.
Yeah. And then I'll ask permission to use, if it's, I'll confirm it and talk with them about it. And then I'll ask permission to use some of what's in the cover letter to send the write up plus the resume to the hiring leader. And it's so helpful, especially if you're in a field where it's very technical, very niche. Like, for example, maybe you're a bioinformatics scientist. Well, 90% of the populace does not know what that does. So for a
Yeah, that's true.
recruiter to try to know how to articulate a write-up, it can be a little bit harder.
Yeah,
So,
I used to recruit for L3 security detection systems, and we
Ooh.
manufactured scanning systems for checked baggage, luggage, and passenger screening, a very niche kind of
Oh,
technician.
yeah.
But we were very heavily veteran centric. So what I would do is I would source out veterans, and I would
Yeah,
see
we
what
are.
transferable skills they could have to that, because they
like
have
it.
all the soft skills. I'm sorry, they all have the technical skills, but they also need the soft skills. And I'll
Yes.
tell you, every single one of those candidates had a cover letter, and they were just applying for an hourly technical position.
Mhm.
Right. Right. But I
And
like
that's why
that you
they
said that.
train them in the military to do that.
Absolutely. It really can set you apart. And the easy thing is, what I like to do, and I don't want to give my little tricks away per se, but I do
Come on, tell us what's up.
yeah, I have a side hustle, Resume Key, and I will do resumes, LinkedIn, cover letters to align all three, because your LinkedIn does need to align to your core standard resume. It doesn't have to align perfectly, because your job history should be the same no matter what. It's the skills section at the top that you might edit a little bit based on the role you're applying to, and just make sure that whatever is in your skills section is reflected under each job that you did do it. But all that to say, I'll take a resume, I'll go into Chat GPT, and I'll say, I'll give it some information. I would like to put together a cover letter. Here is my resume, copy and paste, and here is the job description, copy and paste. This is why I feel I'm qualified. Write a cover letter. You just put it all in there and hit enter, and it will analyze all of it and help you articulate something. And then you got to go back, of course, and proofread it and make sure that it, it articulates your tone and it's correct and it makes sense. But it does a really good job. It takes a lot of the guesswork out. And then you can do that to quickly adjust a cover letter. Then you take the existing cover letter and say, here's the job description, here's my current cover letter, and my current resume. Can you please make it reflect? It takes 2 seconds, and it'll pop out an updated cover letter, so that all you have to do is put some minor edits on it, right? You don't have to.
Yeah, it'll also tell you what you're missing too.
Ooh, I like that. Yes.
And it would say, you may want to highlight this because this is not in your resume. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've done that. I got to add that in there.
Yeah, exactly. I like that you said that, because it's so true. You can use it in so many different ways. Just talk to it like you would a human being.
Right.
Hey, I need this. I mean, I've gone in there before, and it is so beneficial for the job search. Like, I have literally gone in there before and had conversations like, I have a family member that has been showing this kind of actions and personality lately. I've noticed a pattern of this. What are your thoughts? Do you think that this individual could be struggling with this? And it will analyze like all of these psychology articles globally that
Oh my
have
God.
ever been written, and it'll ask you more questions, and you can actually, it's like going to a therapist. It's crazy. And you take it with a grain of salt. I mean, it's not a human, right? And it's not perfect. It's only as good as the information it has, but it can give you a foundation to get started, is what I'm trying to say.
Another
Use
thing
it.
you can do for a cover letter to make it easier for yourself is put down the first top 3 things that is highlighted in the job description that you believe you're strongest at. So that's their requirements. And then next to it, put what your qualifications are. And
Love
that's
it.
at a glance. And that is so easy for me to determine if you fit the position.
Exactly. You want to make it easy for the
Absolutely.
person that is looking at the resumes and cover letters, because typically most individuals that are working open positions, whether you're at the company itself or you're a third party, you have lots and lots of positions, right? So you don't have time to just go through every resume and did it with a fine-tooth comb. The ones that clearly show that they are qualified.
There it is. Yeah.
Okay. Those are the ones that get put in the, let me go back and consider calling these people pile versus the disposition click. You're not qualified. Sorry. We wish you the best on your search pile. Right.
That's right.
So a cover letter actually makes it more efficient for the recruiting process.
Love it.
And that's what you want to do. Not to mention, they may have some keywords in your cover letter that's not in your resume. So once again, you get through the ATS possibly a little bit easier than somebody that does not have a cover letter.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we're recruiters going to sit down and we're going to query what we're looking for. So that computer is going to go and find what it is that we put in there that we're looking for.
Yeah.
It might be a methodology. It might be a software. It might be a company that you worked at to do a certain function. So guys, I totally understand what Lisa's talking about. And there's one thing I want to bring up to shift, if you guys allow me to.
We'll
Guys,
let you.
this is really
go ahead. We'll let you. We'll let you.
I have talked to over 10,000 people about this, and questions popped up. Guys, sometimes you get a recruiter that will call you, a third-party recruiter, an agency as we call them. You might have 3 agencies that call you about the same job. Now, I used to work at Verizon, and we farmed a lot of things out. Not so much when I was there leading the force, because I had 93 recruiters. But you know what? We would farm things out, and a candidate might get a call from 3 different agencies. I'm just going to use that word agency. Which one, Foster? Which one do I go with? I'm going to say in triplicate, the one that has the relationship. That's me and Dana's word. There you go, Dana.
Because it is. I mean, it's
we
really
get
important.
Close to the screen. When
we do. Well, because it's so important, right? We're making our point. It's all about building relationships.
Ask those questions and find out what you want to know that would relate to a relationship in your brain. Find out which of those, because honestly, if you ask relationship in-depth, poignant kind of questions and they can't answer it, they probably don't have that, and it's not gonna work. They're gonna waste your time. If they don't have a relationship with that company,
that's true.
They probably don't have, well, in case of Verizon and other companies that I've worked with and other companies that I don't work with, we have a vendors list, an approved signed contract vendors list. If you're not on that vendors list, guess what?
We're both all whoop.
Steve Harvey like that answer.
But the big thing I want to point out from this is it's okay to work with a third party. Basically, like I said, I would say most medium to large organizations do have some way, shape, or form an established internal recruitment team.
Right.
But there are times where, as an organization, you could be growing and there's too much for the internal team.
Yeah.
So if you don't have 90-something recruiters, then you've got to farm it out. But here's the thing. What it means by farming it out and using a third party. I work for Beacon Oral Specialists. I am blessed to run the entire talent acquisition arm for the organization. And I have three wonderful recruiters that are on the team. If we are all overwhelmed and there's not enough bandwidth, I go to our CHRO and I say, okay, we physically don't have the time to be able to take on this, and this with the bandwidth. So we either need to hire a contractor to come in and help, or we need to give a third party these 4 jobs in order for them to get filled on time. And the downside is we pay a fee on that. So when I go to a third party, we're going to pay anywhere from, like, if it's an hourly role, anywhere from 55 to 75 percent markup on the hourly rate. And if it's a salaried role and we're hiring them direct, it could be anywhere from 25 to 40% markup on the first year annual salary. So if you have a way to network with the recruitment team directly, it will save the company money. But don't be afraid of third parties.
That's right. You hear that, Dana?
I hear it.
We're going to come back and talk to Lisa some more.
Awesome. See you in a second.
All right. Hey, Jeff Polly.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. 800-597-9323. Call right now. 800-597-9323.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Joco Community Radio. Listen live at tunein.com.
Welcome back, Jobfather Nation. We are just so excited to be here for the second half of the show. What a productive first half. And now we get to talk to Lisa a little bit more directly about what she's looking for. But first, NTX Radio is a radio and podcast collective proudly serving all of North Texas and can be heard all over the world on the TuneIn Radio app or the NTX Radio app. Check out our lineup and more at ntxradio.com. We definitely want to emphasize that we thank our valued partners in helping us amplify the voices of North Texas. Well, Foster, before we jump over to Lisa, very exciting. I feel like we had a lot of good, solid information for our listeners on the first half. What dad joke might you have for us?
Well, right before I get this dad joke, I want to address Jeff Polly's question. You guys can see Jeff's question right there in the chat section. And right below, Jeff, right below you, Sharon Adams actually answered your question. And
Oh,
Jeff was asking what's a couple of good questions to ask them when you're trying to determine who has that relationship, And Sharon has the first two questions that you even think about, but I get in a little bit more in depth than that because I'm a nerd. But have they made placements with the company before? How long have they worked with the company? Those kind of questions. If you get those answered in a positive, then you might be working with, you might have a relationship somewhere.
yeah.
Because I guarantee you, job seekers, if that relationship does not exist, you're not going to, it ain't going to work. You're not going to get this. It can't work. But
Yeah.
for a number of different reasons that I don't have time to go into because I got to talk to Lisa. But okay, dad joke before we get started. So y'all, this is mine. Lisa didn't share this with me. This one is one of mine.
Okay, I want to hear it.
I've enjoyed telling this one all week. So guys, if a cop pulls over a U-Haul trailer, is he busting a move?
Oh God!
Oh my gosh, that is so good. You came up with that on your own, Foster. That is a good one.
I
Is
saw
he
it and I
busting a
liked it and I
move?
adopted it.
I
busting a
love
move?
it. The speech
I
is
had
not
I
a
had
title.
Joelle, I had to say that one. That's a Foster kind of joke
I
there.
love Lisa.
It's
She's funny.
lame, but it's funny.
It's not. That's so cute. I was just thinking it was like, it's tricky to rock a rhyme to rock a rhyme. That's right on time. It's
Lord.
tricky.
Okay, we believe you.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, check this out. This is my friend Lisa Berg. I serve with her every Monday at 4:30, 5:30 her time because she's on the East Coast. And Lisa is an exemplary, I like that word, HR executive, guys. Lisa's got the PHR and the SHR
Man.
and the CP and all that stuff
Dang,
behind her
Lisa.
name. But
SPHR.
y'all, check this out. Her name is Lisa Berg. Now that's easy. Now, come on now.
Oh,
So you guys go check her out. Bill Benachek, good to see you, my friend. Yolanda Chin, yay, you are a regular and we love you.
oh my
So
goodness.
we just want to get you a job or help you get a job. All of you guys.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. And guys, check Lisa Berg out. She is going to be your person, you companies. Matt and those guys. Oh, I want to say hi to Matt and those guys in Berlin. Hey, you guys. I don't know who's with you in there, Matt, but good day. Guten Tag. That's about as German as I'm gonna get.
Oh
but,
my word. That's
yeah.
crazy.
And I want to shout out to Gene Clay, my Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh my
#1
gosh.
buddy
What
there.
is
That's
going
right.
on with
Those Steelers? We got some activity going on. We got new quarterback and stuff. Okay, so guys, Lisa is going to be the person that I guarantee you're going to want to hire her and put her into your HR team in a leadership position. Lisa's been around. She's done it for a while. She's seen a lot of stuff. And Lisa knows how to explain things and she builds relationships wonderfully. So, Lisa, let's talk. Let's hear from you about what you think and is a good fit for you.
Yes.
Thank you very much for having me again.
Of course.
It's been a pleasure learning about everything that you guys know too.
Yeah, I get to hang out with
I've been also learning too. I love to see people professionally and personally develop and help them to find their true potential. And it could be in my company that I'm with, or it could be in another company. And that's why I believe I have a strength of coaching and mentoring others, including employee relations. I'll say that's my gig. I really enjoy employee relations. People are just like, why? And I just said, it brings me intrinsic value to be able to help others.
Yeah.
And find out what's going on in your company. That's for sure.
Yeah. I think that's admirable. Seriously, I do. This is great.
And another area I excel in is employee investigations by default.
Ooh, okay.
And recruitment. I do have payroll and some compensation behind me too. And I'm very in tune with benefits. I am currently studying for a 215 license while I'm looking for a job.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, is
So I
that what
can
they call it?
increase
Is it
my skill
215?
set and make me more valuable to organizations, whether
Yeah.
it's a broker or it's on the other side of human resources, because
Uh-huh.
once again, it's those relationships that you have to keep intact.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. Guys, once again, I suggest, it's just a suggestion. It's a good, strong one, though. If you're in job search, you probably want to go to that website, Transition, not Transmission, y'all. It's in your car.
Transmission. Oh my
There's
gosh.
so many people that say that, Dana. It's
Ay, ay,
transitionmasters.org,
ay.
guys. Go
Not
check out the
transmission.
website. But Lisa and I, Greg Morgan, other people are there. Other coaches are there to help you guys do a great number
Yeah.
of things. But the number one thing that we do is help you guys explain to someone that does not know you what it is that you do and understand what it is that you're looking for, and how to help you will come with that when they understand what in the heck it is that you do.
There
Come
you
on
go.
now. So
Yeah, I didn't have a job for quite a while because I actually found my company that was going to be acquired. I found them 75% of jobs before they even left the company. And these are people that have been in our company for over 20 years. This was
Wow.
detection systems.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a proactive business partner. I
love
try
that.
to view like the near future, because we knew a year enough that we were, so I didn't want to wait because I knew these people needed skill sets,
Right.
and I was running the branch at that time and I was managing all the areas. So I reached out to different sources, schools, agencies, anyone that could help with the recruitment process. So these
That is
people that have been in the
amazing.
business for
It
20
is.
years had those skill sets to set them up for success.
Oh my
So
gosh, that's
I am
amazing.
definitely a proactive business partner when it comes to staffing.
Yeah.
L3 security detection systems, we had many contracts with the TSA, and they wanted deliverables that we never had. And one of my success stories is finding somebody that had a coding, special coding. And I actually joined a coding site on LinkedIn, which could have been a demise, but it really helped me with finding out what sources were out there. And I did find somebody. He left after the contract, but we had somebody for that source, and we got that contract for the TSA.
That's
So
amazing.
Lisa, did I ever tell
really
you
try
that I
to be
work
a
for L3?
visionary. I'm sorry?
Lisa, did I ever tell you that I work for, well, 2 divisions of L3, as a matter of fact?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yep. Yep.
Amazing organization. I learned
It
so much
really is,
there. In
yeah.
my 12 years that I was there, I learned so much.
Half of my career was aerospace. I started in IT, and then I started moving into more generalized areas, in having a higher, as a recruiter, having to hire all sorts of backgrounds, and then I
Yeah.
moved in. I like aerospace. I'm kind of a space nerd anyway, for many reasons. And I landed there, and you know what? Aerospace pays pretty good.
Another one of my accomplishments was when I was working for Oshkosh International.
You work for
It's a
Oshkosh?
defense organization. I was with a branch in St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Florida.
Clearwater.
That was called Frontline Communications, an amazing group of people. And they didn't have they had an HR presence, but she left. So they had me there. I was only there for 9 months, but I was able to get a supervisor training program up and running. And I was able to get welders by going to the community colleges to find welders, because that was a very difficult niche environment to recruit for. And we had a lot of competition down the street with other fabricators too.
Really?
One thing I'm smelling here is that Lisa is going to work in both white collar and blue collar environments.
Diverse background.
Diverse background in companies that support that is what I'm trying to get at, guys. You know, you guys that are in well, obviously aerospace, but some of you guys that are in construction, some of you guys are in different areas of you might be in HVAC. You know what? Lisa's experience is what we call, what is that we say when you can go to any company? Agnostic, industry agnostic.
There you go.
She really is. But here's the thing about it, guys. her career, her experience in life has been agnostic. She has worked for these kind of companies. So if you are a company that is more of a blue collar support, or you have a blue collar service,
Yeah.
Lisa's already been there. So if you guys hire her, she'll come in.
Amazing.
I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. If you guys
Now,
hire Lisa
don't
and bring her in,
pigeonhole me, Foster, because
do
I've
I?
also had hospitality experience too.
Oh, look at that. See
Cruise
there?
line and hotel, about 8 years experience combined. And that was an
Yeah.
amazing experience because I
Yeah,
was
that
living in
is.
Ohio
I've been there
and
for a
I
little
know
time. Yeah.
about diversity of an organization. I definitely
Mhm.
do. And about H-1B visas and customs and clearing ships and those relationships with our agents.
Mhm.
And I learned very early on, and that was my summer job, was a cruise ship.
Oh,
really?
wow. Well, I can only that always interests
I
me
didn't know
because
that.
I can only imagine how like interesting that would be. You'd probably see a lot of things. So,
It was so, I mean, I got a good joke for you.
okay.
Somebody would ask me, what is on the other side of the island?
What?
Water.
Natives.
Ah!
You know,
People
that's
come on
pretty
the
good.
ship and it's like they just check out. It's hilarious.
It's I could even say what's on the different side because I've spent so much time in Florida. I could
Uh-huh.
say what's on the other side of the peninsula. Water.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's cool. Now, Mez is going to be proud of me. And y'all, Mez, I don't know if we mentioned you at the beginning of the show. We couldn't have the show if it wasn't for Mez. So, Mez, we love you. Thank you for everything that you're doing. You're keeping us up
Yes.
on the chats and everything and the technology behind the show. But you know what? Mez, remember, you thought of this. Lisa gets the Jobfather Golden Seal of Approval as
Oh,
a
I'm honored.
jobs. You know, Mez came up with it. Mez, Dana both came up with that. And I
Yep.
liked it. I just smiled and said, ooh, that sounds good. And you know
Uh-huh.
what? But you do, guys, as many of you companies know, the best in the industry get invited to be on the show. I can say that. I mean, everybody doesn't get on the show. We want Dana and I want you guys to think we know what we're talking about anyway. So if we were to bring subpar candidates on the show, guess what you guys are going to think about Dana and Foster? So
Exactly. Yeah.
y'all know I just tell it the way it is. But anyway, Maz, I got that from you. I had to put that out there. Yay. Maz got so excited when I told her that you were going to be our guest today, Lisa. She jumped through the phone almost.
You said blue collar, and also I talked about hospitality, but I'm also open to nonprofit. I've never done a nonprofit
Oh,
organization,
okay.
and I love to bring things to the community. I'm very
Yeah, you
involved
do.
in our community here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Uh-huh.
So I'm dedicated to charity events and community relationships also. So I really wouldn't mind being in that sector also.
That is the intangible methodology. Ooh, I used two big old words, didn't I? Of a person, companies that you want to hire to be in that HR role. I'm not kidding. You want somebody that cares about something,
Yeah.
someone that is not so technical and there's a book or a process on a computer for everything. You want a
Mhm.
person. This is human resources,
Mhm.
right? Have you guys ever
Exactly.
met one of those human kind of
Or
people?
what's it called now? People
People,
operations.
people operations. Yeah,
How about
yeah.
people resources?
Yeah.
Guys, again, we're talking with HR director, leader, whatever you want to call her, Lisa Berg. Berg. Go check
Berg.
go check out her LinkedIn profile.
Mhm.
And Lisa, I got a question for you.
Sure.
How much can you travel? Because I've got something that I had a conversation the other day. Hadn't developed in anything yet, but we're just
Mhm.
having a conversation. And
Sure.
how
Yeah.
much? And that's a kind of a hard question to answer. How much can you travel? But maybe I should ask how much have you traveled in the past? How much are you able to travel right now? Because you've got things that are holding you there in Jacksonville, Florida. You right at this point are not interested in relo to
I
Mhm.
Texas or
cannot relocate due to
yeah.
personal situations. However, I believe traveling is the way to, is more educational too.
Yes.
So I really thrive on that. And that's why I've done that, the cruise line, the hotel industry. And so traveling is very interesting to me and I enjoy it. I have not had a job that I would travel out of state, but I'm open to it. Like if I had to be there maybe once a quarter or once a month, I'd be okay with that. But
yeah,
primarily the Jacksonville metro area or surrounding area, I'm open to. Also, I was responsible for 5 different clinics for Levinson Eye Associates just recently. And so I would go to each of those clinics on a day, like a weekly basis to just get their, the pulse there to make sure that they didn't feel like they were in a
Being left out,
island, for a better word.
Yeah.
And also I was responsible for 300 remote technicians at various airports. So whenever I had to handle an employee relation issue, sometimes I would go to the airports more likely in Orlando, Tampa, in the Florida area.
Okay.
And then it helped me also to see what their challenges were. And I would attend their shift meetings if I couldn't be there for them. And I was working in Puerto Rico, Canada, and Latin America. I was responsible for also.
Oh, wow. Sounds like my Verizon job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Foster, thank you for wearing purple today.
I got a TCU purple, and I told Judy Wardle I was going to wear TCU today, even though I'm all about those Longhorns.
For sure.
We got our
And I
power
didn't even go
purple
to
line.
Texas.
Foster.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Go North Texas. Yay. And UCLA and Baylor. Those are my schools, my favorite ones. So, guys, Lisa is available right now. She doesn't have to put in a 2 weeks notice. She's ready to go right now. I would suggest you companies that have a need or you have a question about something you got going on, you might want to give Lisa a call, make sure and connect with her and give her a call. You guys may want to discuss some things because I have gotten 3 of my top jobs in my career from just discussing things with people.
Yeah.
That's why I'm such a big networker, guys.
It's so important, Foster.
It's very important.
And I love that you continue to emphasize that because there's just no way to get around relationships.
There
right?
it is.
Can
And that's how I do my job.
Can I share another resource that's free for
please,
job
please,
another one that I'm a coach for. So I do this on Thursday nights.
Oh,
it's called Career Network Ministry.
CNM, yeah.
I don't know if I've heard of that. So what? Say it again.
CareerNetworkMinistry.com.
All right.
And Michelle Carpenter is the organization person. She's amazing. Michelle with 1 L. And if you want more information, I'd be happy to do, I'll call it a Zoom after Zoom. And I'll be happy to give you more information. So just connect with me and we can talk. I love networking. So I'm a networking butterfly, I've been told.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I wish you were closer to me geographically because me and Dana would be, oh my God, we'd be going out to eat barbecue and we'd be talking about all kinds of stuff. Guys, I want you guys to do this, job seekers, especially if you're open to working in the DC area, so to speak, go and Google up Career Network Ministries.
I'm so excited about that.
Lisa, it is tremendous what they do there. And I'm Lisa.
Yes.
Have you met Bob Korzeniewski? Don't ask me how to spell it. I've known him for years.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I'm not exactly sure. I've met so many people. I've met so many people through CNM.
He's one of the original founders of CNM. Yeah.
So cool.
If you're not in CNM, I would suggest you go to it. They have free webinars on LinkedIn and all kinds of other resources, but they also have a an 8-week program that I am a coach for on Thursday nights, but there's other nights other nights and times that you can attend. And once you're a member, you have access to some inside resources too.
Nice.
And it's free.
You guys
and
will
we
be
have
surprised
mock interviewing for you also.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I do that Wednesday nights.
Oh, that's so
my
great.
God. Lisa, you can get a
I
job,
find it
girl.
very
You're gonna have time to get your,
therapeutic, Dana and Foster. I find it very, very therapeutic helping others during the job search.
Let me tell you, I want to hang out and meet you in person. You are awesome. And Foster really does bring on the best of the best. I want to meet you in person. I love your passion to help others.
Yes.
And
Thank
that's
you
going to
so
open
much.
so many doors for you. It really will.
It will.
I
Yep.
have family in
Dana,
Texas,
I don't know
so
if I
and you
ever
may
introduced
get
you
that
to.
chance.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Nice.
cool.
Uh-huh. That is very cool.
Yeah.
Now, my friend Gary is now out there I believe he's in Florida because
Yeah,
I introduced he and Lisa. Is he in Florida
he
now?
is. He is.
Yeah.
He's been doing some traveling, but he is, and he's got a couple of businesses too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lisa, allow me to be the job father one more time.
Okay.
There's a lady, I'm going to share her profile with you
Okay.
because
Woohoo.
we talked about the hotel industry and the hospitality so much
Yeah.
in your experience there. I want to connect you with my friend Gracie Vega. Now she
Okay.
is you guys are familiar with the Gaylord resorts, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
going there for the HR Florida conference.
Oh, that's
April.
gonna be
Uh-huh.
fun.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. She was a CHRO basically for the Gaylord. Now,
Okay.
Marriott has taken those guys over. She
Mhm.
still is in her position. She is probably easily the most visible HR leader at Marriott. Now, y'all know how big Marriott is. Oh my God.
Huge.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And so I'm going to share her profile with you because I want you to connect with her and say, Foster's running this big mouth. I got to get Gracie on this show. Now, you talking about one busy lady. Woo!
I know
Well, you
it.
know, you're talking about the Marriott. I actually applied for a position there, but they wouldn't know I have had the experience unless I had my cover letter.
Yes.
Ah,
See, and I'm so glad you
uh-huh.
brought that up
That is a
because
very good point. Yeah.
yeah, you and honestly, the information that you've been sharing with the group is so helpful. We're so glad to have you on today, and I have no doubt you're going to land so quickly and get so many offers. Any company would
She
honestly.
probably will have multiple offers.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, any
Thank you
company
so
would be
much for
blessed to
this
have you. Yeah.
opportunity. It's been a blessing to have this opportunity for me
Now,
today.
Lisa, this won't be the last time. Even when you get a job, I'm going to be bugging you about coming and bringing something to us on this show because these
Yes.
I would
things,
love to.
my job is to find these people that knows what's going on,
That's
y'all,
right.
and bring them on the show. You guys hear me talking about all kind of stuff. I know a little bit, but
Yeah.
when you meet a Lisa and a Dana, hey guys, y'all, that's a just a veritable plethora. Oh my God. Of information that you guys can get, and that's what this show is all about,
Yeah.
connecting you guys to the right people. Now,
Yes.
once again, companies, go to LinkedIn and look for Lisa Berg, and you'll get that lady right there with that cool hair. I like Lisa's hair.
Cool.
In my family, you either had a barbecue restaurant or you did hair. So I've been around hair so much, I've grown to have an appreciation for cool heads of hair since I ain't got none no more. I used to have some, but it wants to grow everywhere that we don't want it to grow nowadays.
Yeah.
But Sharon Butler, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Our buddy Gerard Roble, another a participant in Transition Masters, is with us as well. And he says, hey, hooray for Lisa Berg.
He's my biggest fan. He's
He's a
been
big fan
sending
of yours.
me all kinds of scriptures and go get them and you've got them and all these quotes because he knows I'm a huge quote person.
You know, single-handedly, Gerard probably has grown 1/3 of the network that I'm connected to. Honestly,
Yeah.
Gerard is a load of information. So, guys, if you want to connect with Gerard Roble on LinkedIn, I surely suggest that you do that. And Gerard's in Florida as well. So, hey, did I get that right? Wait a minute.
Can I share a quote, y'all?
Please do.
Okay, this one really hit home the other day, and it says one important key to success is self-confidence. An important key to self-confidence is preparation. And that's by Arthur Ashe, the famous tennis player.
Oh, I know that dude. Do you know that I actually got a chance to shake his hand when I was a kid?
That's so cool.
Uh-huh. He was in, believe it or not, he was in Waco, Texas, back in the summer of, I don't know, I was a little kid. Anyway, guys, that is our show today. I will be back next Friday. Dana and Mez are off. So you guys got to put up with me and Tiffany next Friday.
Thank you.
See you then. Thanks.
Bye.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.